So we know that. On behalf of the 38 Ontario programs, I'd like to bring greetings. As we've heard, our theme for Crime Stopper Month in Ontario and across Canada is a new era of crime needs new understanding. We continue to face new challenges in a world where terms such as cybercrime and terrorism are all too common. And it's never been more important than it is today for us to rely on community mobilization to bring information forward to assist in the fight against crime. In 2015, across Ontario, we received over 200,000 calls. Of those 200,000 calls, over 42,000 of them were of an investigative nature. That's an increase of about 2.4% over 2014. What's significant to note is of the information that we're receiving, we had a 21% increase in online tips being reported. The rewards that are being paid out by programs has increased, but the rewards being collected has decreased. What we are noticing is the quality of the information that's being provided to our partners has continued to grow and become much more valuable as we're able to promote this great program and get the word out for the types of things that Crime Stoppers is able to do to help society. In 2015, we had a number of initiatives in Ontario. An interesting one that I was involved in right from the get-go was working with the Toronto Zoo. And we were looking at the plight of turtles in Ontario, and for many of us, we wouldn't see that as a significant issue, but actually 7 of the 8 species of turtles that we have here in the province are endangered. Those turtles are being poached illegally and they're being sold locally and abroad. They're receiving upwards of sometimes $5,000 for a single turtle. So I suggest the next time you see someone at a riverbank with a Tupperware container, you might want to pay closer attention to that. Poaching of animals has become the 4th largest lucrative crime in the world. It's exceeded only by the trade in narcotics, counterfeiting, and human trafficking. We also began recently a province-wide partnership with the Ministry of Finance, their Intelligent Assessment Unit, and we're targeting the illegal sale of contraband tobacco products. In 2015, Ontario hosted for the first time ever Crime Stoppers International Conference. It was a 5-day event. We had countries, dignitaries and Crime Stopper delegates from 26 countries represented there, and it was a very significant undertaking and extremely successful. Globally, Crime Stoppers International continues to expand. We're currently at 28 countries around the world, and we have a number of other countries awaiting certification. I also sit as Canada's representative to Crime Stoppers International. CSI recently partnered with the CNN News Freedom Project, and that's targeting human trafficking, which is a $40 billion a year industry. CNN will promote Crime Stoppers International to accept anonymous information worldwide in the fight against human trafficking. CSI has also partnered with Interpol's Environmental Crime Subdirectorate. This is a pilot project helping to source out information on the identity of criminals participating in global wildlife crime, such as the illegal trade of wildlife, the illicit trade of hazardous waste, illegal and unregulated reported fishing, and the illegal logging and trade of timber. These crimes have previously had a very low rate of detection and very scarce conviction rates. And the criminal organizations are becoming more interested in this form of transnational crime. It is now linked to many other forms of crime, including terrorism, firearms, smuggling, and money laundering. Globally, CSI member programs information has led to over 965,000 arrests since inception. We just recently surpassed, just about November, I believe it was, over $11 billion in recovered stolen property and drugs. Globally, Canada accounts for about 30% of the international statistics. Now, a large reason for that is, of course, that Canada has long been a member of Crime Stoppers before many other countries, so we do play a very prominent role in our global program. In an ongoing effort here in Ontario and across Canada, and I think we're going to hear a little tiny bit more about it from Richard, we've developed a new initiative partnering with a Canadian icon by the name of Captain Canuck. And we have now introduced Captain Canuck in the Crime Stopper comic book. This comic book is going to be distributed across Canada, and a dear partner and fellow Crime Stopper board member, Sean Sportum, is here from Max, and Max very graciously stepped up to the plate to help us with this great initiative. It's obviously targeting youth. It's going to be distributed throughout the schools, throughout Max stores across Canada as well. And again, it's a great awareness piece, and I'll let Richard talk more on that. I think I just want to take this opportunity before I leave to thank Richard and your team for National Capital Crime Stoppers for the work that you've done. You recognize not only in Ontario as a leading program, but across Canada and internationally as well. The work and the dedication of you and obviously your partners, the media, and your police partners specifically, has elevated this program to world recognition levels, and I want to congratulate you for all the work that you've done. All the best for 2016.